across the ancient world, civilizations built on a scale that still feels almost impossible today. Massive stone blocks, towering monuments, and structures so vast they seem to defy the limits of the technology available at the time. In many cases, these weren't just large, they were enormous. Stones weighing hundreds of tons, carved, transported, and placed with a level of precision that modern engineers still struggle to fully explain. And yet, these structures were built thousands of years ago, long before modern machinery, steel tools, or advanced engineering techniques. So how was it done? In this video, we're exploring 10 ancient megastructures that archaeologists still can't fully explain, focusing not just on their mystery, but on the sheer scale of what it would have taken to build them. At Baalbek in modern-day Lebanon lies one of the most staggering construction sites in human history. The Temple of Jupiter is built on a platform containing some of the largest stone blocks ever used. The famous trilithon stones alone weigh around 800 tons each, with even larger blocks discovered nearby, some estimated to exceed 1,000 tons. To put that into perspective, moving a single stone of that size today would require multiple cranes and highly specialized equipment. Yet these stones were quarried, transported, and positioned with remarkable precision thousands of years ago. The biggest mystery isn't just how they were lifted, but how they were moved at all. Even dragging them across the ground would have required an enormous workforce, perfect coordination, and engineering techniques that remain unclear. The Great Pyramid is perhaps the most famous ancient structure in the world, but its scale is still often underestimated. It's made up of roughly 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons, with some internal granite beams weighing up to 80 tons. Constructed over 4,500 years ago, it remained the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. What makes it even more remarkable is its precision. The pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, and its base is level to within a fraction of a degree. But the real question remains: how were millions of heavy stones lifted into place? Ramps, levers, and manpower are often suggested, but no definitive method has ever been proven. Karnak isn't just a temple. It's a vast complex built over centuries, containing some of the most massive stone columns ever constructed. The Great Hypostyle Hall alone features 134 columns, some reaching over 20 meters in height. Each of these columns is made from enormous stone blocks, stacked and carved with intricate detail. Transporting and lifting stones of this size, then carving them so precisely, would have been an extraordinary undertaking. Even today, recreating something on this scale without modern machinery would be incredibly difficult. And yet, the ancient Egyptians achieved it thousands of years ago. High in the Peruvian Andes lies Olant Titambbo, a site that showcases some of the most impressive stonework of the Inca civilization. The massive stones used here were transported from quarries located across a river and up steep mountain terrain. Some of these blocks weigh over 50 tons, yet they were moved without wheels, metal tools, or draft animals. Even more impressive is how tightly these stones fit together, with no mortar, forming walls that have survived earthquakes for centuries. The combination of scale, transport difficulty, and precision makes Olant Titambbo one of the most puzzling construction achievements in the ancient world. Located in the ancient city of Teotihuacan, the Pyramid of the Moon is a massive structure built using millions of tons of stone and earth. Constructed in stages over time, it rises prominently at the end of the Avenue of the Dead. While it may not match the Great Pyramid in height, its sheer volumes and the labor required to build it are staggering. Without modern tools, constructing such a large platform would have required immense organization, manpower, and engineering knowledge. And yet very little is known about the people who built it, or exactly how they managed such a feat. Standing on the west bank of the Nile, the Colossi of Menon are two towering statues that have watched over the landscape for more than 3,000 years. Each statue stands around 18 meters tall and weighs an estimated 700 tons, carved from single blocks of quartzite sandstone. What makes them particularly remarkable is not just their size, but the journey those stones took. They were quarried near modern-day Cairo, over 600 kilometers away from their final location. Transporting blocks of that size across such a distance without modern machinery presents a challenge that is still difficult to fully explain. Even once they arrived, the task of raising them into an upright position would have required precise coordination, immense manpower, and engineering techniques that remain uncertain. The sheer logistics involved make these statues one of the most impressive large-scale construction feats of the ancient world. The Rameseum, the mortuary temple of Ramses II, once featured one of the largest statues ever created in ancient Egypt. Fragments of that statue remain today, but it is believed to have originally stood over 17 meters tall and weighed close to 1,000 tons. Even by modern standards, moving and erecting a single block of that size would be a monumental undertaking. Yet ancient builders not only transported this massive stone from distant quarries, they shaped it into a detailed statue and positioned it within a vast temple complex. The process would have required careful planning, advanced understanding of balance and weight distribution, and a level of organization that is difficult to fully reconstruct. Today, the broken remains of the statue serve as a reminder of just how ambitious these ancient construction projects truly were. High on the Altiplano of Bolivia, near Lake Titicaca, lies the ancient site of Tiwanaku, a place known for its massive stone blocks and extraordinary precision. Some of these stones weigh over 100 tons and are cut with sharp angles and perfectly flat surfaces that appear almost machine-made. What makes Tiwanaku even more puzzling is its location. At an altitude of nearly 4,000 meters, transporting such heavy materials across rugged terrain would have been incredibly difficult. There is no clear evidence of how these stones were moved, or how they were shaped with such accuracy using ancient tools. The combination of extreme altitude, massive weight, and precise craftsmanship makes Tiwanaku one of the most challenging ancient construction sites to fully explain. The Olmec Colossal Heads are among the most striking and mysterious sculptures of the ancient world. Carved from massive blocks of basalt, each head can weigh up to 50 tons and stand over 2 meters tall. What makes them particularly fascinating is the distance they were transported. The basalt used to create these heads was sourced from quarries located up to 100 kilometers away. Without the use of wheels or large animals, moving stones of this size across jungles, rivers, and uneven terrain would have been an extraordinary logistical challenge. Each head is also uniquely carved, suggesting individual craftsmanship and careful planning. The effort required to create and transport these sculptures raises serious questions about how such complex operations were organized in the ancient world. Carved directly into the cliffs of central Afghanistan, the Buddhas of Bamiyan once stood as some of the largest statues ever created. The tallest reached over 50 meters in height, towering above the surrounding valley. Unlike structures built from individual blocks, these statues were carved directly out of solid rock, requiring the removal of vast amounts of material. Workers would have had to operate at significant heights, using scaffolding and basic tools to shape the stone with precision. The scale of the carving alone would have taken years, if not decades, to complete. And beyond the initial excavation, the statues were finished with intricate details and coatings that added to their complexity. Even today, recreating something of this scale by hand would be an enormous challenge. Their destruction in 2001 only adds to the sense of loss. But the mystery of how they were originally created remains just as compelling. From massive stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons to towering statues carved directly into rock, these structures continue to challenge our understanding of what ancient civilizations were capable of. They remind us that history is not always as simple as we think, and in many cases, the greatest mystery isn't why they were built, but how.